Hello all, it is I, Necro Dash, and today I'm making a video that's something I don't normally make or you'll ever see on this channel typically. I mean, unless this does well and suggestions or whatever. But today we're going to be redesigning the My Little Pony princesses excluding Twilight Sparkle for reasons I won't get into. So we're doing Cadence, Celestia, and Luna, and today we're gonna be doing it very different to videos that I have typically seen when redesigning the MLP characters, but I'm gonna make them easy to animate while keeping them true to show, meaning stuff you would see in the show and kind of lore accurate and stuff, and just not deriving from something like stuff you would see in the show. So we're going to do some speed paints, and I'll give my reasonings why, and let's start with Celestia. So starting off with Celestia, she's the first one I redesigned, and you can see that through the other speed paints we'll see. But with her design, I gave her a curved horn because I see a lot of people do that, but it is still true to in-show due to other ponies having it, and that we can see like Sombra, Chrysalis, and the Changelings even having curved horns. Hers is just a bit longer, and I did that with Luna too, as you'll see. But for her cutie mark, I decided to do the thing with that Luna has that we see on Daybreaker. Just to make them seem more sister-like, because technically Luna had that marking before she was Nightmare Moon. But I made her Joy more royal-like, just because it just didn't feel true to it. Felt marketed, I guess. But it's still staying true to designs you could see, made in the show. Her hair is really based off of comic version of her, meaning it's instead of flowing outward, it's a little inward and it's longer. And the colors of younger Celestia, technically she only had 2 in the comics, so I only gave her that third from her original design, like her in-show design, because it just felt wrong only having the 2 colors, and growing in another color is what seems to be normal. And I gave her the color on the wings because it seems it fit more right to put her against Pegasi wing to Alicorn wing, just a bit different. And I did want to talk about the horn jewelry and the front leg fluff that you see on her joint. Technically, the front fluff is from the Kirin's, and the horn jewelry, I did research, and there are deer that are in the comics. Obviously, we don't really see them really in show like that. But they have, some of them have the horn jewelry. So I thought, because she is considered a god, a deity, or whatever, because, oh, sweet Celestia, come on. So I decided to give her a few attributes of other ponies and species as well, like the curved horn. And honestly, that's all I have for Celestia. So let's get on to Luna next. So I will be honest with Luna, I did sneak a little bit with the in-show part with her wings, because technically it does have feather and bat pony, but it just honestly made so much sense to add the bat pony part because of her turning into Nightmare Moon. And being reformed after, it just felt because we see in show that Nightmare Moon still technically lingers a bit, so it just honestly made a lot more sense to give her a part Batwing. But she does have the curved horn like Celestia, and her hair is obviously closer to the comics, just a bit shorter than you'd see, only because it just made sense because of her younger design. But you can see her younger version hair bits sort of coloring in there, and her hair, the color wise and stuff, is really based off of the comic. And obviously I'll show examples, and I didn't really change too much about her because there isn't a lot I wanted to, but her jewelry is especially her crown is based off of some of her crowns and stuff that you'd see in comics. I really did kind of prefer their comic designs a bit over the show designs. I did want to mention I added gems because it seemed right to add gems because Celestia does get gems on her crown, and I honestly thought the tear-shaped gem just fit well with Luna on her crown, and I made her shoes and obviously kind of match her crown a bit more because they made her shoes a bit lighter. So I wanted them to be all the same kind of metal color, and it just makes so much more sense and looks so much more nicer. Thing that I forgot to mention about her crown is that I really hated it. It was small and it just looked so bland on her, and I wanted to just add a bit more design, especially on her necklace too, because Celestia's get so much more design and added to it. All Luna gets is a dark necklace with the moon slept on it, so I just wanted to give her a bit more love and star type, and the gradient just fits so well. Now that I've explained about Luna, let's get on to Princess Cadence, mi amora Cadence. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, Cadence in-show design irks me the most, and what I decided to do with her, I did make her shorter because she is technically shorter than the other princesses, and her ear looks different if you've noticed but I changed the gold parts around her cutie mark to the blue that you see Princess Amor, the original ruler of the Crystal Empire, because it is canonical that she is distant relative to Princess Amor. Don't know how, but sure. And we have to remember that Cadence was just randomly found one day, and kind of like Sombra, but I did give her a normal horn because she was not born an alicorn. She was born a Pegasus. And I did give her a gradient back, but I hated the purple-ish thing that they gave for her wings, and it just really did not look right to me. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I did make 2 jewelry versions for her. One for when she was still in Canterlot and not having her own kingdom. 2, when she rules the Crystal Empire. I like to think of it as she found more of herself, and wanted to wear the original garments of the original princess, like Emperor of the Crystal Empire. And her hair, I want to talk about her hair because it was... Ugh. I made her hair more curly because to resemble Princess Amor, really. I'm just giving homage to Princess Amor and her jewelry and stuff. Like, I didn't change too many colors, but I honestly feel like the blonde doesn't fit well. Like, obviously, like, I didn't really change the colors for the hair at all. I just put them differently. So the blonde really just doesn't feel right. So I only gave her a little bit of it, just so you could really tell that it's still Cadence, and it's still her own. And her jewelry, from, like, I hate her, canter, like, the jewelry she wears so much. And I'm sticking with the theme of the, like, horn, like, the gems on the shoes, and you can notice I did not put horn jewelry on Cadence because, like I said, she hasn't been an alicorn for the same amount of time Luna and Celestia has, and not even because she wasn't born, was because they really hinted in the show that Celestia and Luna wasn't born an alicorn, which I don't believe at all. I feel like they're trying to cover something up, but I really hated her original jewelry, and I felt like she was just something to pump out for toys and stuff, and it just doesn't feel right to me. I've always hated the way her hair looks, but I love her body type. They could have did just so much more with her. And really that's all I have for the redesigns, but you can really tell that I didn't change a lot of the colors because I still love the original designs from show, but I still wanted to keep them, close to easy to animate and more like lore put into it and stuff. And I really don't have anything else to say in these videos. If you guys are happy with the designs or feel there's something that you would have changed, you can always just comment down below and all that. And really, I don't have anything else to input for the redesigns. And if you guys want to see more redesigns from me or anything, just comment and say that you do or who you want to see or all that. I will definitely probably make and do my best to make a video for y'all. And honestly, I hope y'all enjoyed the redesigns because I really do appreciate them and I love them. And I hope you all love them too. So I hope y'all have a nice day or night, and I will see y'all soon.